Oh, look at this. Here comes Pixie. Everybody say hi, Pixie. Does she like it? Does she like the camera? She's a good dog. I'm gonna take the camera out of her face. I don't know if she likes it. Hey, it's poppin', B. PurplePock here, and this is an interesting little, different type of video that I put together. I filmed a lot of this stuff a while back, and I was going to do it for a smaller video that was branching out from the gaming and movie stuff, so I could talk about something still film and game related, but just a little bit easier and something fun and interesting to talk about while I work on bigger projects. And I have a couple different ones in the works right now. Still working on the I Love You, Colonel Sanders episode. Trust me, it's coming, one way or another. And other stuff for the end of the year and before then. So, in order to give you guys something that's not just Race the Ramen, something a little bit more substantive before big projects kick in for the end of the year, I put together this little video of me cooking something. Because I like cooking, and thought I'd branch out and try something different on this show. Why not, right? So, with all that in mind, let's find out what Sblounskched bars from Homestar Runner taste like. If for whatever reason you aren't familiar with Homestar Runner, well, you better get on that. We've only got about a year left with Flash still working before the website goes down and the childhood of thousands dies off. Anyway, I absolutely adore Homestar Runner. It's one of my favorite animated things ever. I've watched every Strong Bite email dozens of times since middle school, and one mystery of Free Country USA that's always haunted me is, what does a Sblounskched bar taste like? Sblounskched bars are an oddity of a treat dreamt up by #1 WrestleMan Strongbad when he was asked by a viewer on Strongbad emails what his ideal candy product would be like.
We'll start with a gaseous cloud of marshmallow vapor, encased in a globule of semi-solid licorice colloid. A bunch of those will be floating in a channel of liquid nougat. What I recently found out is the candy equivalent of veal. We roll all that up inside a solid, crispity, cookity log, and cover it with rich, creamy pepperoni. Then sprinkle that with not just crispy puffed rice, but whole tiny bowls of crispy puffed rice cereal. And finally, smother that with the old BBC. Boring brown chocolate. I say. Now that is a confection worthy of the Sblounskched name.
Yep, for real. And that's what I'm going to be trying my best to recreate here for you today, while also making as many references as possible. For this unholy exercise, you will need crispy puffed rice cereal, creamy pepperoni, black licorice, nougat, in this case a pack of Three Musketeers bars since they're full of the stuff, marshmallow cream, and chocolate fit for baking and melting, never flaking nor smelting. You'll need all the basics for creating chocolate chip cookie dough as well, including sugar, brown sugar, flour, vanilla extract, baking soda, salt, butter, eggs, not pictured, and again, chocolate chips. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start by getting the cookie dough out of the way, which I'm not really going to go over how to make because most people probably already know how to do this. The recipe's on the back of the chocolate chips bag, and who am I, marzipan? Anyway, once it's all mixed and ready, we're going to start on the molecular level, figuratively speaking, and tackle the marshmallow vapor surrounded by licorice colloid. But for the sake of ease, we're going to scale it up a bit and simply cut some small pieces of black licorice off of a larger tube piece and fill each one with a suitable amount of marshmallow fluff, which I assume is Marshies and the candy equivalent to a goblin birthing pit. My brother pointed out to me that I could have feasibly used licorice extract to make a sort of licorice-flavored marshmallow-like mayo, but I wanted to do this in a simple way most people could emulate, and I don't think that most people have the time, patience, or interest necessary to make authentic licorice mayonnaise. Next up is the river of the candy equivalent of veal, nougat, which we'll be placing our black licorice with marshmallow fluff inside of in order to begin making the candy equivalent of a turducken. You can make nougat at home, but I don't have an electronic mixer, which you kind of need to do so. So I just went out and bought a big bag of Three Musketeers bars, which are filled entirely with nougat. I scraped some of the outer chocolate shell off in order to get to the good stuff, and I leave everything to one side for a moment. Next thing you'll want to do is contemplate your life choices one last time before you begin the proper beginning of assembling the finished Sblounskched bars. Lay out a few stretches of cookie dough on a baking sheet, and then place the peeled Three Musketeers bars in a straight line on top of them. Then, nestle 4 or 5 of the mallowed up licorice studs into the nougat as deep as you can without smushing the bar, if you can help it. Then proceed to cover and wrap the top half of the bars with more cookie dough in order to hide the unfortunate innards of this ludicrous log. Then, once the crimes of candy kind have vanished beneath the cookie dough and the logs look nice and straight, it's time to immediately destroy the illusion of making a tasty treat and evenly layer the top of the bars with pepperoni slices. I just covered them in it because I want the fully confusing and horrible Sblounskched bar experience, thank you. Then you place them in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit to cook for 11 to 12 minutes until the edges of the cookie look crispy, and then you take them out to cool.
Yeah, those look yummy. Jesus Christ, what have I done? What the befargtol have I done?
Don't forget to top them with some crispy puffed rice cereal, sans the tiny bowls. While the bars cool, it's time to address the issue of PBC, pouring brown chocolate. Just take some baking chocolate worthy of wasting for the occasion and melt with the double boil method in order to get it nice and melty, optionally adding some coconut oil to help with the pourable consistency if necessary. Pour generously over the bars, though maybe not as generously as I did. Allow it to cool, possibly in the refrigerator if necessary, and voila, you have as close to authentic as I could be bothered to be with Sblounskched bars from Homestar Runner. I didn't go out of my way to make them shaped like Strong Bad's pants with a bite taken out of them for the sake of theft protection, sure, but I doubt that anybody would want to steal these anyway. But now comes the moment of truth I've waited like a decade for. What does a Sblounskched bar taste like?
From the other end, so because this is pepperoni sticking out. I waited 10 years for this.
This is the bad place.
You know what? Hang on. There's some licorice. I want to make sure I got it. Bit more pepperoni. You know what? I was kind of right about there being a lot of chocolate. It covers most of the flavor. However, the licorice and the marshmallow aren't obvious. The pepperoni is. I'm living in the gutter with Grandma.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, it's a little bit of a new thing around here, so let me know what you thought of it in the comments or give it a like. If you want to see something different, I have a couple playlists on my channel, Race the Ramen, where I talk about things in a free-form fashion while making ramen, and full Purple Pocket Pirate episodes where I talk about movies, games, what have you. If you want to keep up to date on other things I might be doing and projects that might be coming up, you can follow me on Twitter at PurplePocketPirate. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for sticking out to the end. I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Take care.